Nick, you finally watched this David Lynch thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. What Did Jack Do is the name of this short film. It's 15 minutes long, and it's on Netflix.
I'm not even sure you could call it a short film.
What would you call it?
I would call it David Lynch misunderstanding slam poetry.
Is that what you think?
That's what I would call it.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, that's funny you should say that, because I'm going to dial up on Skype a special guest that can perhaps illuminate some of your concerns about this short. So should we call him?
Sure.
Okay. Here we go. So I'm going to get him on the horn right now. This is on Skype, and we'll see if he cooperates. It's a Sunday. I know he's probably figuring out
drinking a cup of coffee.
Probably figuring out his Super Bowl squares.
Hello.
Oh,
Mr. Lynch.
Yes. How are you two?
Well,
Hi
actually, there's three of us on the line, but math has never been your strong
I
suit.
don't care about that.
we got the David Lynch finally.
Finally, David Lynch joins the program.
It's about time.
Yeah.
Indeed.
David,
how are you, gentlemen, this fine Sunday afternoon?
Well, David, very well. You enjoying your Super Bowl Sunday?
No.
Not a football fan?
Yes.
David.
Oh my God! I'm sorry.
David,
I'm sorry, Mr. Lynch.
David, what is your favorite sport?
What?
A sport, like a competitive, like athletic thing that you play on a team?
Chain smoking. You go to the store with your money. You go to the cash register. The whatever gives you the pack of smokes, and then you go home. It's a give and take scenario, you see.
I see.
Oh my
Do
God!
you? Do you really think?
Who do you got today, the Niners or the Chiefs, Mr. Lynch?
Who?
The 49ers or the Kansas City Chiefs? Who do you think is going to win the football
I'm
game?
74.
Well, okay. I think that answers that.
That's a fair point. I think that's a fair point. Mr. Lynch,
What
we're
are you two doing this afternoon?
well, we
Why
we're
have
just.
you called me? Who are you?
First of all, there are three of us on the phone call. First of all,
Yes.
I don't care.
Yeah, we went over that already. But we were sort of talking about the fact that it's Groundhog Day and that Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow this morning.
That's correct.
Any thoughts on
Indeed.
that? Any thoughts on that, Mr. Lynch?
No.
Okay, didn't think so.
How do you feel about
I
working?
love winter. I love winter. I stay inside all day long painting, smoking, and drinking coffee. Oh, a great pastime indeed.
Sounds like my ideal afternoon.
Mr. Lynch,
Who
do
are
you
you? Who is that talking?
Mr. Lynch, do you only drink coffee and chain smoke at home on a weekend?
Yes.
Do you-
Sometimes women come into the picture, but mostly it's those things.
Do you own like a cable subscription? Do you have a Hulu or Disney Plus?
I've seen Mad Men and Breaking Bad.
What are your thoughts?
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Lynch is awfully
Have
surly
you
today,
seen
guys.
my new short film, What Did Jack Do?
I've never heard of it.
It's a smashing success.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
We're on the topic of Groundhog Day and working with animals, so, gotta ask you about what that was like.
Yeah, Mr. Lynch, what was it like working with the chicken and the monkey on the set of What Would Jack Do?
Oh, it was a beautiful, beautiful experience. Beautiful. I love animals. He sang a beautiful ballad. He has the voice of an angel. He sounds just like me, didn't you know?
I did not.
Jack Cruz, a Latino monkey, but he's from Africa, wouldn't you know?
How did you find him?
Didn't he just explain that to you?
No, but he just explained some of his his general heritage.
He's a
but
Latino monkey from Africa, so
No, but did
clearly he made his way over there.
he went to Africa and found the monkey?
I assume, Mr. Lynch, right?
No more questions.
Wait a minute, Mr. Lynch, are you implying that you illegally stole a monkey from the Pride lands of Africa?
I need to go eat a girl's panties.
Well, I have one last question for you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What did Jack do?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know or what. I don't know. Why are you asking me these things? I have to go
you made
smoke.
the film. I thought maybe
I
you
did?
had.
I did? What?
He doesn't
I
seem to
thought
remember
perhaps you
making the
could
film.
shed some light on it because I was a little confused after watching it.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
He's being very short with us this morning, Mr. Lynch. Normally when I call him, he's in a better mood.
He's in a very weird lucid state.
It's the talking. It's the film. The film is the thing. And when you get to talking, it just confuses everything. It confuses the whole thing.
I see.
I just have one question, though. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Oh, I can't talk about that.
No? No?
No. No.
No, okay. Not to get to the other side?
He got to the other side to you.
Okay.
That's the deepest shit I've ever heard in my life.
That's a great answer.
That is some deep ass shit.
I think we found what we were looking for here.
I think we did, and I think
I think
really.
I get what did Jack do now.
Me
I think
too.
I get it.
Good deal. Good deal.
Mr. Lynch, any fleeting thoughts before you go?
Trump 2020, my son.
Okay, well.
All right. We know his thoughts on the Senate vote from this weekend, I guess.
Thank you, Mr. Lynch.
I guess both
You're welcome. You're quite welcome.
both in American government and on David Lynch's sets, there are no witnesses. Anything else, David?
Buy my coffee.
Okay. What's it called?
I have a brand coffee. David Lynch coffee.
Just David Lynch coffee? That's it?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
The ironic
Go to
thing is,
California. You can find it there.
the ironic thing is, you drink it and it's tea. And it's all very confusing, but it's just coffee to you.
Just coffee ice cream.
Essence of David.
Oh shit! Ooh. God. I think that's what the woman that you're about to eat her panties is going to experience in like 10 minutes.
Indeed.
All right, get the fuck out of here. Goodbye, Lynch.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
There he goes.
Wow.
Somehow
The great American
that sounded
filmmaker.
like we were on like a phone board pressing the buttons for him to say things.
Right.
But I assure you that was really him.
That was actually David Lynch.
That was a real
is
person,
true.
guys, yeah. We've come a long way on this podcast. We really have.
That is indeed. That is, I think, the most high-profile guest we've scored so far. I would say.
It's either him or Catherine Alpin.
Yeah, I think
I would
so. It's
say,
probably one of the two.
Pretty close.
Yeah, it's really neck and neck there. 1 and 1A. So, any other questions about what would Jack do?
I mean, did you guys like it?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
I was kind of just like,
Which is fine. You know, it's okay to do that.
I thought it was going to be David Lynch talking to a monkey. I didn't
Right.
think the monkey was going to talk back. And I think that bugged me. Especially when I can like recognize David Lynch's lips,
Yeah.
you know?
What I said to you was that it reminded me of those annoying orange videos. Yeah,
Now I
that
understand why.
Wait,
Yeah.
is that not? That's David Lynch that's voicing the monkey?
Yes.
Yeah. You didn't know that? You didn't
No.
What?
Yeah, that's him. It's his lips. I can recognize his lips and teeth.
Who is Jack Cruz? Oh, that is literally the monkey. Mm-hmm. Oh, they credited the monkey as okay, and he's literally a monkey. Oh. Well, then I like it 10 times more.
You didn't like the song he sings. You were like,
Incredible.
Well, that song screamed Lynch writing. I mean, like, if you remember the song from James's song
Yes.
yeah.
from Twin Peaks, it sounded exactly like that.
Yes.
What did Jack do to me just felt like a bunch of one-liners that David wrote but never got to use.
Yes.
And he just threw them into this little 16-minute thing.
Yeah. It's like he like shook them up in a box, slammed them all down on a table, and then just didn't even bother to rearrange them. It's just like,
Right,
boom.
right.
That's my script.
I want to say, what did Jack do? Didn't make any sense. And I don't mean that in the traditional Lynch way. I
think
mean
it
that
makes-
in the, like, I kind of thought it was kind of stupid way.
Okay.
I disagree. I thought, like, first of all, that song was incredible.
Well, it was whatever. It was fine. I don't think
di-
David
I-
Lynch is a very good songwriter, to be frank.
I disagree. I thought it was a very good song. And no, I'm serious when I say this. I found the song generally moving, and I'm not trying to be ironic about this. I'm really not.
I know, it's just really hard to take you seriously when
No,
you say something so stupid.
I know.
I don't want to belittle you as a human being. I want to value your opinion, but it's really hard right now.
No, I am really not being ironic when I say this at all. Like, if you're going to make something weird, make it really fucking weird. And that's what David Lynch does
Sure.
every time he makes a film. He makes it really, really fucking weird. And I watch it and I have no idea what the hell's happening, but I know that I'm moved on some visceral level. And that song did that for me first and foremost. And I also found the writing to, of course, make no sense because no David Lynch writing has ever made any sense. But it was legitimately funny. And I don't think
I mean,
Lynch
sure, it
gets
was.
enough credit for the fact that he is a super funny screenwriter. And there's a lot of great comedy, especially in that third season of Twin Peaks, but even in something like Mulholland Drive or, even The Straight Story is a pretty funny movie. Like, there's a lot of, like, good comedy in his writing.
Oh, yeah.
And this is, of course, a bunch of one-liners strung together with no coherence, but I laughed several times.
Yeah.
It wasn't, going back to my rule here, it wasn't bad for the amount of time I had to invest into it.
Yeah, sure.
It was a very easy buy-in. You know what I mean?
It's a YouTube video.
Right. Which,
Yeah.
so for that reason, like, yeah, it was fine, but, you know, objectively, it's not even remotely close to his best work, which
No.
obviously.
No,
nobody's
nobody-
expecting it to be.
Is anybody saying that?
Right,
The-
obviously.
The movie David Lynch made where he talks to a fucking monkey? That's not his
The
best
reality
work. No.
is, though, it's just, I think my expectations versus what it was didn't match.
That's, that's a more interesting conversation, I think, like how you process a film based on your expectations and how that can like kind of fundamentally ruin the
Yeah.
experience.
Well, again, like, I really didn't think the monkey was going to talk back. And I thought it would have been way more interesting for David Lynch to talk to a monkey and try and piece together what did this monkey do without the monkey saying a word back to him. I thought that would have been actually really fascinating to watch.
Might be right.
And when the monkey started talking back, the first thing that popped into my head was, this is dumb. And it lost me right at that moment, to be honest. And I kept watching, and like I laughed a few times, but at the end of the day, I couldn't shake. I was like, this is dumb. I did appreciate that he always manages to squeeze in coffee into everything he does. I haven't seen his other movies like Mulholland Drive and Blue Velvet or whatever. I'm assuming there's lots of coffee in those too, though.
There's coffee shops. Yeah.
There's got to be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, well, the Mulholland Drive
but then
coffee shop is prominent.
Yeah, but then when Jeffrey Beaumont and Laura Dern's character go into that diner, I'm sure they get some coffee there.
Oh,
too.
yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense, sure.
So, I'm glad he was able to squeeze that in. It was a interesting little project.
Here's the problem. If the monkey can't talk, the monkey can't sing that song. And I needed the monkey to sing that damn song.
Well, you know what, though? I actually, I think the monkey could have still sung the song even if he didn't talk. Let's be honest.
See, the thing is, I didn't think it didn't make any sense.
No, was this Gordon Cole?
There's something...
No, I
don't think so.
Because it totally could have been.
No, yeah, I had the same thought. I was wondering that too, but I don't think that was the point. But
It totally could have been. I would have thought that this was just in the Twin Peaks universe. I wouldn't have questioned it.
I thought it was a weird version of the Lovers on the Run story. I don't know why it needed to be a monkey and a chicken, but it was. I don't know why it needed to be David Lynch.
Chicken? Am I supposed to believe a monkey fucked the chicken?
Have you seen The Muppets?
Okay, I don't like where this is going.
By the way, it's funny you mentioned the comedy aspect because, I think it's one of my favorite little details in the Twin Peaks season 3 is a strange moment of comedy. So I would say
I think it's a really funny movie.
it is. Yeah,
I think it's funny.
it is. Wilson, how many times have I told you this is what we do at the FBI?
And also, when I saw that chicken just running away in the last 5 minutes, I'm like, yes, man, this is all I ever would want and all I ever need.
Ta-ta-ta-ban.
Just here's a little bit of True Love's Flame for your listening pleasure.
Love's flame burns so bright. It's love's delight. Oh, once upon a time we danced. Once upon a time we took a chance and fell in love.
Wow.
What is this man doing to us?
He's doing the best work of his career at age whatever he is, 74.
It's him and George Miller, and that's it.
Yep. And he's calling into our podcast.
We are absolutely going to hit this little sweet spot where we're not going to be sure if David Lynch has like mastered his craft or gone senile. I don't know at what point we're going to realize that we're there.
That's an interesting thought, actually.
It's going to be, we're not going to realize it actually. It's going to be a hindsight sort of thing.
Right.
We're going to be like, yeah, he was actually probably kind of senile 3 years ago when he wrote that.
Well,
Maybe,
well, this is my question. Is like maybe he's gotten better because he's gotten senile. I don't know.
yeah, maybe
Yeah, it's
all
kind
those
of a
cigarettes,
thin line.
cigarettes and coffee have just really driven him off the edge.
But
Yeah, it is a real thin line.
Now the question is, do we let him keep working, or is that like abuse?
Yes.
Is that abuse?
No, we
If the
always-
Hollywood system lets him work,
We always let him keep working.
I think we'll
Always.
Nico, we might feel some regret in the future.
Never. Not for this.
No?
By the way, God bless Netflix for putting
Yeah.
this thing on their servers.
It's one of the better things they've done in
For
a while.
reserving some space for this. Man, Netflix is really just doing
All the
Lord's
shit
work.
they pump out, they could give David Lynch 15 minutes. You know?